Ni hao, and welcome back to the Chinese campaign. And it looks like what was probably supposed to be the escorts for those battlecruisers, well, they've shown up. Too bad there's no battlecruisers left for them to escort. So, well, too bad for them. And, of course, Shima has spotted the enemy ships, and they are way off in the distance. 60 kilometers away. But we're both closing in. I sent my own escorts home. They don't need to be here to see this. It's just gonna give them nightmares. And I think the Chubin has not opened fire yet for 6.9 kilometers. There we go. For some reason I thought Chubin has much greater range, but a decent range. Chubin, you can target Pasadena, Heatson, Cheyenne, Shima. There we go, targeting the DD. Nice. So everyone has a job now. And this is one of those, yes. Yes, it is. In fact, Shima, you can go for Tacoma, and everyone can have their secondaries open up on that DD once it gets closer. Chubin has some pretty decent secondaries, lots of 8-inch casemate guns. Heatson, not that bad either, with 7.2s. There you go, one 16.3-inch round found the Cheyenne. And a couple more. Ethan, you can actually now switch to Richmond. And there we go. A couple 18-inch hits on Pasadena. Secondaries are starting to find the DD. Yeah, Pasadena not doing too hot now. Richmond definitely not doing too well. Oh, he did launch torpedoes. Well, I think the Pasadena is gonna sink before those torpedoes get here. There we go. Nice. Clean. Oh, Heatson took very light damage. But that's fine. And now these two DDs will have to get dealt with. And mostly because I didn't want to just faff about with controlling an entire task force, for sinking 2 single DDs, I just went with a heavy cruiser. And they're hiding in their little smoke screen. We're just gonna get a bit closer. Dropping down to cruising speed for some of that bonus accuracy. There we go, their tower is out. Okay, then you switch to your main gun target, that's fine, just keep the secondaries on the first one. Their guns are not doing much to me. My armor is holding. There we go, flooding hits on Naval. Some more flooding hits. And maybe we should switch to HE now. Finish it off. There we go. Now I can start off with some AP again for the Massey. Score a couple of floating hits and then switch to HE. Seems to be the best way of sinking these. One more AP salvo, like that. Because the AP is just generally a little bit more accurate. So it's easier getting those initial hits before your flooding slows it down. Taken 23 hits, but no damage. There we go. I had to say something, hadn't I? Yeah, they're just close enough now that their AP is doing something to my superstructure. But I'm doing a lot more to them. Very nice. And that was that as far as battles go. No, that's an Austro-Hungarian invasion, not a Spanish one. But they have a single light cruiser here and a single Spanish light cruiser. That seems like a target for Kafkats. And here's another US Legend class. I think what I'm gonna do after this is completed, I think I'm actually gonna go and try and take northern Egypt from the US, just so I can get in and out of the Mediterranean and maybe get some fights with Austria-Hungary. We're sending a single heavy cruiser. Are they finally... Yeah, they finally remembered that we are at war. Kind of weird that they're not just going through the Suez Canal, because they are friendly with the US. So they should be able to sail in and out of that. There you go, US battleship approaching, which has continuously evaded my my battleships. fine. It's gonna run into some other battleships, so that's not a big deal. Just send these here. Get ready to fight the Austro-Hungarian ship. Okay, we got some spare shipbuilding capacity. Is anything on suspended? No. But battleships coming into service next month. They're being commissioned. That is nice. And it's not that long before my Heidse class Battlecruisers are coming into service. The Haichengs will have to wait a bit though. But with some free capacity, means I can build more of these. They're not the super cheap heavy cruisers I made, but after a recent patch, let's see, let's do 8. After a recent patch changed how expensive research and transports are, I have so much money coming in that it really doesn't matter if I build some kind of expensive ships. Yeah, 9 billion plus a month, and that's with most of my navy out at sea and all my sliders maxed out. So yeah, that's a lot of money. All right then, let's see what happens. Sadly, this is not one of those huge battleships that they've built. It's one of their older ones. Well, it seems like I'm not going to be fighting that Austro-Hungarian heavy cruiser, because we just got a peace treaty. I might be fighting Germany though. $1.6 billion. It's not much. Leopard class heavy cruiser. 822 million. Do they have like anything else? I got lots of these Leopard class heavy cruisers. Amstetten. That's a different one. I can get some of their super cheap DDs. That's not really that tempting. Their battleships too expensive for me to take. Even though, again, that would be fun to try and refit. Same with the battlecruiser. I cannot get 2 of them, even. If I just had a couple more victory points, I could ask for 2 of these, but just 1. I didn't even get that one. So, for all of that long war gave me 1.6 billion, which is not even a week's worth of money. Okay, we're striking a port, and we're fighting a Seattle class heavy cruiser that arrived alone. And the enemy heavy cruiser has been localized. Cruising speed. Yeah, Victoria is the one holding us back a little bit. It's a wee bit slower than the Timus, but neither of them are very fast, so it doesn't really matter. Dayton. It's gonna be a hit. The block though. maybe you can try AP if your HE is getting blocked. There we go. Knocked out the main tower. Let's see, just in case we don't get anything anything more exciting, we're just gonna go with this one. Let's see if we can get some nice big hits like that. Not a lot of damage though. Knocked out a funnel and went through the main belt. Main belt overpen. Yeah, that's why you were firing HE to begin with. Let's allow you to fire HE again if you want to do that. Now that it's a little bit closer. Another funnel blown to bits. And 23 kilometers. It's not super long range or anything. It's just that, again, the Timu's not the most accurate ships. The guns themselves are fine, but it's the well, they're kind of limited by the hull and tower. But it's a super cheap, tiny battleship, so shouldn't really expect too much. But yeah, there we go. One Seattle class heavy cruiser sunk. And we got a Tacoma too, fighting another 4 Timus. Or are we gonna take this on with the heavy cruisers, the Jingans? I think we are. And we're now in range of Mobile. Okay, it's hiding in smoke. Tower spotting here is not the best. Yeah, I brought the Timus along too, just in case the cruisers would need some support. 9-inch hits are landing down to cruising speed. Torpedoes getting knocked out. And there she goes. Nice. That was mostly 9-inch. A couple of 15s landed as well. Got 4. What? 15-inch hits? Yeah, 4 15-inch hits and 43 9-inch hits. Did about the same. Now then, Ottoman Empire wants to buy 3 Fujian class heavy cruisers. That's fine. We can do that. Spain failed to take northern Canada. What are you doing up there, Spain? No, that's Greenland, not Canada. This is what they tried to take with a DD, a heavy cruiser, and another DD. So yeah. And now they're gonna try and take Greenland. That won't take much though in terms of tonnage, so they might actually be successful. They're certainly not going to take Denmark. I did not get my battle with the single Spanish light cruiser. Maybe next time. So these guys, we're going in here. We're gonna try and take northern Egypt. However, that might be difficult from this side, because I have to be in the Eastern Mediterranean to launch that invasion. I can't get there as long as they control Egypt. That's a bit of a conundrum. Is there like really... No. I cannot get my fleet in there. So, change of plans. Oh no. No, that's unfortunate. I have to be in the Western Mediterranean to take Gibraltar, so I cannot take either of those because I don't have ships in the Mediterranean, and I can't get in the Mediterranean if I don't control Egypt or Gibraltar. So, well, we have to scrub that mission. That just won't work. Let's get in here anyway. Just in case, maybe the game will still let me take it. I doubt it, but maybe. Alright. One more turn. Well, wouldn't you know it, peace with Spain. Alliance with the Soviet Union? I don't think so. Our government wants to threaten Germany to accept our terms or go to war. Yes. Germany answered, a war with China should be avoided at this time. So they had to pay almost 80 billion. Did I get that money? I don't know. I'll have to check the replay if my naval funds increased by 80 billion, but I don't think so. France and Japan. The war is over. That's a worthless peace treaty, though. No interesting ships to refit. At least I can try and take Gibraltar. Did not get it. There we go, Minnesota. And Iowa, which is a cruiser in this case. And it's a night battle. And because it's a night battle and the ocean is pretty calm, I can go at 38 knots with my DDs. I decided to keep them around, not just send them home. There you go. I'm hiding in my smoke. See, can my battleship spot the enemy battleship though? Which is very, very close. This is what I should have kept my my light cruiser around for, but I did the thing where I sent it home again. It's only 10 kilometers away now, the enemy battleship. And it is spotting me before I'm spotting it. There we go. All torpedoes free. Guns are not free. I can target the cruiser. Let's see, are these torpedoes gonna do anything? First of all, some of my battleships I want to have targeting the cruiser. Hongshang and Yunfei. You can target Iowa. Like so. Oh yeah, we might get some torpedo hits here. Maybe. No, Minnesota doing a pretty good job of avoiding those torpedoes. Not a single torpedo hit, even after I got that close. Now you can speed up. Now I'm not spotting anything anymore. Yeah, I should have kept one of those light cruisers around, shouldn't I? I'll just have to wait until my my smoke dissipates. Now let's all focus the Iowa. Oh, not you with the torpedoes though. Well, I guess they did, so no torpedo launch at the battleship. Screw up that mission. And those torpedoes will probably not hit that cruiser anyway. See where the torpedoes went. Yeah, they're probably somewhere in the ocean. Hopefully not heading towards my battleships. There we go. Iowa sinks. Just the Minnesota left. Here's a pretty big, slow target with not much armor. Should be possible to deal with. There are the torpedoes. Well, they might have hit that cruiser if it hadn't sank first. I would have liked to save the torpedoes for the battleship, though. Oh, and one random torpedo almost was hitting my own ships. Sometimes the torpedoes do deviate from their path. So it can be a bit risky. Hongzhang actually receiving some hits. Let's try with the AP. Minnesota does have a decent main belt. There we go. Main belt pens. Exactly what it was after. The tower is gone. Engines are out. And there she goes. Nice. Very nice. And we've got one more meeting, and then I think it's a single DD. And then I think we're gonna let's design something after this. And this time, 2 light cruisers is what I deemed sufficient to take on a single DD. Suji and Gaidamak. Although maybe I should have just left the Gaidamak with the rest of the fleet, because she's kind of slowing down the Shuji. Being quite a bit slower. And that was one of these, yes. Decent torpedoes. Wow, I lost the main gun? That's not nice. You just lost your torpedoes though, so guess we're even. There we go. Knocking out some of their main guns too. Although that was actually a secondary, but they all count as main guns on DDs. And finally, the big penetrations with the flooding. And the rudder is out, and well, that flooding spread to the engine room? No. Not yet. Certainly slowing it down though. Also, her stern is missing. Secondary tower out. Engine room getting flooded now. There we go. Nice. Not very spectacular result, but it's a result. So, with that, Ottoman Empire wants to buy a Shi in Class 2. That'll bring me up to around 950,000 tons. Still 100,000 tons of free capacity, so sure. But I cannot follow that up with a Hife. Not if I want to build something. Not now. And Sweden attacking Norway after Norway attacked Sweden. Let's see here. Yeah, they're attacking northern Norway. Germany will try to take Norway from the sea. Watch out for that fortress. Okay, these ships have not made it to their destination yet. Although, being at peace with Spain means that I can actually go through here. No? Doesn't that mean that? No. Well, it should. Because we're at peace. Maybe it just hasn't registered yet. I'm gonna move these over to here and just assume that I will get access through the Gibraltar whenever the game registered that I am in fact no longer at war with Spain. And then we're gonna take Egypt from the Mediterranean. Alright, that is the plan. Now, let's design something. And I think I want to do one war on the fast battleship hull, because it's the toughest capital ship hull I have. 92, yes. This one can go to 90. Well, the command battleship can go to 95. Well, it has 95 resistance, but it's limited to 15-inch guns, and I want something a little bit more punchy. 30 knot top speed, same speed as the rest of my capital ships. Oil 1, let's go turbo electrics. That's quite a heavy tower. Let's actually save some weight with the tower here. 30 base accuracy, 49 long range. It's not a huge difference. The tower spotting is quite a bit worse though, but it's a smaller, slimmer tower. Can I go with this? If I put the big funnel there and the small funnel there, no. Still looks weird. I don't like it. There's of course this huge thing. And then there's this not huge thing, which cannot fit a huge funnel. I can fit that one, so that does work. Okay, as for main guns, the last one I designed on this hull, the Haicheng, armed with 8 18-inch guns. This time I want to try having let's see, more guns but slightly smaller. I want to see if I can go with 17.5s. There we go. 12 of them. That's looking kind of nice, I think. But I think those barbettes are a little bit overkill for the turrets. Just visually, yes. Okay, that looks better. And they're also lighter. Okay, let's get the rest of the ship built. As per usual. And this time let's go anti-flood 2. I want to go with Citadel 4. Because the base resistance is very nice. I want to kind of play off of that. Let's go increased HE on the secondaries. Cap ballistic and capped AP? Yeah. I think that works. Electro hydro semi-auto. Let's go coincidence to begin with. And then see what we need. In terms of accuracy at expected range at spotting range. 33 kilometers. Okay. 17.5. And these are, well, let's... Random reflective point there on the turret. 52s. There we go, 55s. Good range. But I'm about to ruin that range like this. Flashfire chance 0. But I need heavy shells and increased ammo. 0.2 flashfire chance. Okay. I can live with that. A little bit overweight. Quite a bit overweight. Let's not worry about the inner belts and decks. That range is very good. We can turn that down a notch. We can reduce that thing too. That's my my turning circle. 556 meters. Oh, that made a huge impact. Not having unbalanced rudder. Alright. You can drop the RDF. How much did that weigh? 71,500? Almost 1,000 tons. Okay, fore and aft decks reduced. Superstructure increased. Main belt increased. Fore and aft belts quite a bit increased. I know this is technically a battlecruiser, but I view it as a battleship. And I want it armored as such. Bit overweight there on the turrets. We can slightly reduce the armor here. Okay. Bit of a 4-weight offset. And I haven't even armored up the main deck. What kind of deck penetration am I looking at with these guns? Lots of deck penetrations. I mean, anything less than 20 inches is just begging to be penetrated. And I'm not putting 20 inches of main deck armor on this, because that's very, very heavy. Let's just armor against HE penetrations. 6 inches main deck. It's kind of light, but I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay with that. About that forward offset though, and about that not having any secondaries. Okay, I need to make some sacrifices with this design. I can already tell. If I want to have any secondary armament. Yeah. I don't think we're putting stereoscopic on this because it's way heavier. But let me just check. At 30,000 meters, 3.2 and 3.9% accuracy. 3.2 and 3.9. Okay, makes no difference, really. So we're just going with coincidence. Which at 20,000, 5.9 and 7.5, it should be more accurate closer in, right? 5.8 and 7.4, yeah, slightly more accurate at closer ranges, but up to 40,000 we're looking at 2.2, 2.2 or 2.3, 2.3. I think coincidence is just a better all-around targeting system, especially because it's lighter and cheaper as well. Now, about those secondaries, they would be nice to have. Fine, we're dropping down the turret armor just a tad. It's still like decent turret armor, but yeah, armored against my own guns, not really. Been okay though in most cases with most of my ships. Not having suffered a lot from flash fires. I want these spread out just a little bit. I know that adds to my citadel size. But I want to have some secondaries on the center line. Okay, you cannot go that far back. That works. I'll just scoot everything a couple of pixels back. Do you work there? No? One more pixel. There. Does this now fit here? No? No. Bump that up there then. Too close. One more. No? There we go. That works. And now that can fit here. Alright. Secondaries. Now this is gonna make me overweight, if I wasn't already. Quad 7s. No, let's not do that. Let's go with triples instead. Because 7-inch secondaries have kind of saved my bacon a couple of times. And some here too. There we go. 972 tons overweight. But I can reduce somewhat their armor. But I also have to increase by a lot the barrel length. So they actually have the range to save my bacon when needed. Okay. So, what to reduce now? Oof. If I go with diesel instead of turbo electric, that will save me quite a bit of weight. 4.8 billion, not that it matters too much. Or 3.7 billion. It adds a billion to the price tag. That is something I can live with. It also removes quite a bit of weight. So yeah, we might be going diesel here instead of turbo electric. That means I do want this upgraded though, which adds even more weight. Yeah. Yeah, there's some tough choices to make. But I think this is what we're going with. And then let's have some smaller or will I just add another couple of these turrets? These are now further inboard than the others. Like so. It's a hefty secondary battery, but 3-inch guns, do they fit anywhere? Like here? Any other like built-in spots? The 2-inch guns can fit a couple of places. There we go. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad for a fast battleship. A little bit expensive, but we got the money. $150 left to play with. 19,000 kilometers is still pretty sweet. That still will not work. What is my turning circle now? 595. Which is not bad. We go with shaft 1 and then auxiliary 3? No. But how about shaft 3? Yes, we can do that. That also gives me some ship repairs and acceleration and damage penalty things. So we're still lighter than we would have been with the turbo electric drive, but also more expensive. And I don't think the yeah, you get some engine vibrations and stuff like that. Yes, it's decent. I think we're keeping this. So then, back to the armor. 7, 8, 8 inches deck armor. That works. 19 on the turret face. Just not enough weight. Fine then, we're going 18 on the turret face. How about 17 on the barbette? No. 11 on the turret top? No. Heavy stuff. Turret armor. Yeah, I think we're just gonna ship it here. There we go. Dalian class. Technically battlecruiser, but actually a big battleship. Yeah, not hating the silhouette of it. Like long and sleek, with a surprisingly decent turning circle for how long it is. flash fire challenge is down to 0.1%, which is very, very good. Length is 1,004 feet, 3 inches. That's not bad. Yeah, let's build at least one of these. And in fact, next month, when where is she? Where are you, Mudang? Mudang, finished, repaired. Next month, then I can start building one more of these. Right? Let's just add that to the queue right now, before I forget. Also in Shanghai, and we can just suspend it for a month. There we go. And with that, this episode is over. Goodbye, and take care.